Hello everyone. Hi. JC for Life here again with another round of TGCTours PGA Tour 2K21 action. Starting this week's round at the I forget even what it's called. The TaxSlayer Shootout, I believe. Is that the name of it? TaxSlayer Spring Shootout. Yes, that's the name of it. At the Pointe West Country Club in Vero Beach, Florida. Real course this week. Once again. Let's go flip over Chrome here just so we can see the final standings from last week. Let's see if we finished 45th, which is really impressive. There's a minus next to my score, which I'm really happy about. Thank you all for the words of encouragement, words of support. It's really nice to be able to have like some of my peers see and recognize my progress, cheering me on. Hope you all do really well in your rounds this week. Stephen Bowes from CCA. Always a regular in the comment section here. Mike Southam, who I believe finished this round 1 over. It's still pretty impressive round, it's got to be said, but you know, we'll both do better this week. Promise you that. We'll both do better. But yeah, I had that hell of a -7 round with no bogeys, which was I'm not really so concerned about the -7. Like, that's a great score, don't get me wrong, but no bogeys the entire round. That's what I'm most impressed with. That's just unbelievable for someone of like my skill level who is still very much improving. Like, I'm definitely not going to say I'm like in the top 2,000 players of this game. But to post a 0 bogey round, that was super impressive. If you missed that, by the way, I'm going to link it right here in the upper corner of the video, so you can go back if you missed that and check that out for yourself. But for now, we are going to get right into the meat of the action here. At the Pointe West Country Club in Vero Beach, Florida, the TaxSlayer Spring Shootout. Why it's called that in the middle of January, I don't know. But we're going to get right into it here. We haven't unlocked any new clubs or anything since we last played. I mean, it should be pretty alright. So, I did play a practice. If you're watching this on Monday, on Saturday I played a little practice round on this just to kind of work on my tempo a little bit. And it seems like a very scoreable hole. Or, not hole, sorry, course. As long as I can keep my tempo regulated and in check, I think I can put up a pretty decent score here. So the aim for this week is to post an overall score of... I'm going to set it as a lofty goal this week. 5 under is what I'm going to set my overall score at. Just so that I can like still allow for bogeys and like it's very heavy wind here going left to right as we start things off here. It's a little slow, but the wind looks like it's carrying it back into the middle of the fairway. So that actually worked out pretty well for us. 286 yards. Nothing to sneeze about, he says as he's like getting ready to like actually sneeze. Now again, if we aim a little bit to the right just to compensate for the wind, it's really strong wind here. It's like freaking... I was going to say it's not like hurricane season here in Florida, but... It's a little slow again, but it's banking left due to that heavy wind. Going to land us on the edge of the green here. I'm going to roll back a little bit from the bounce. So we've got a green in regulation. If we get a 2-tap here for birdie, I think that'll be a promising start. Green looks to be dead still until we get to the pin. 32 feet. We can get it close, we'll be doing good. I thought there was going to be a bit more roll than that. That's why I kind of overcompensated in that. But at least I parked it relatively close. That we can just get our par tap in. And that is a very solid start. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, obviously it's not a very solid start. Because, you know, you're starting on a par, which means you're already chasing the pack. from moment one here. Driving right into the wind here, I do not like this one bit. It's a little bit fast. I'm not expecting a big amount of distance here because, like I said, it's a very strong wind. So if we're driving over 300 today, we're doing something right. There's a lot of drop off. There's a lot of drop off in the lie penalty going between the 3-wood from to the driver. I think I'm gonna have to take the driver off the deck here. It's probably gonna land in that bunker though. That's the one thing I'm worried about. That is heavy, heavy wind that we are shooting into. No, it's going to be a little bit slow. It's going to land to the right of the pin, but it does leave us in a decent splashing position actually. We are splashing into the wind. We do have to remember that. I'm splashing into the wind and coming out of a bad lie penalty. I'm going to club up one just to the pitching wedge here. Overhit it. Far too far overhit it. That's not great for us. I thought the wind would have had more of an effect on that, but I guess when you're not spending as much time in the air, it doesn't really take effect. I should have been more mindful of that. Anyway, 21 feet for birdie. Thought there was going to be more roll than that, but we got close enough to 2-tap it for par. And we are still on even ball. That is perfectly alright. Perfectly okay after 2. Third hole, again driving into heavy winds here. Oh boy. That's it's looking like it's going to be in the danger zone. No? Oh, you're right smack in the very middle of the fairway. Thought that was going to land closer to the water than it did. Yeah, club up to the 4-iron for this to counterbalance the wind here. Extremely strong winds here on round 1. Oh boy, that's very, very slow. Oh no, that's going in the water. That is absolutely going in the water. It's going to bounce off the car path and right into the drink. Oh, you hate to see that. I'll leave us with a very, very long shot in for par. Slow again. We could be looking at a double bogey. All my estimations for this round are just going like right into the bin. I thought it was going to be a scoreable course, but man, these wind conditions are just they're nothing to sneeze at here. That's not going to get anywhere close. This could be a triple bogey here, actually. Come on, roll in. Ah! Very, very disappointed with that hole. Very disappointed with that hole. And definitely leaves us well behind the 8 ball in terms of how well we can score here. A lot of A lot of very bad wind on this course today. All we can do is just try our best to kind of countermeasure it, and hopefully we can get something pretty good. 304 yards there on that drive. A lob by splash put us really a good position for birdie. I feel like the sandwich splash is just going to overshoot it. Slow on the splash shot there. Oh my goodness, this lie. Oof, this is rough. Please drip in. Yeah, let's go. One shot back. That's one shot we've made back. It's a very good hole 4 there for us. Now this is going to be very hard to get on the green here. I feel like even if we club up, I think we're still looking at possibly still landing in the first bunker. But if we club up to 3 iron, I think we're going to be clubbing up far too much. This is the worry here. I'm going to take the singular club up. It is a little bit on the fast side. 103% power. It's going to touch down here. Is it going to stay on the green? It is. Okay, we're with 24 feet. We got our little bonus XP there. 24 foot putt for birdie. That's not going to roll in. That's going to get it close enough for par though. As long as our 2 taps aren't turning into 3 taps, I'm pretty okay with that. We just got to keep moving the chains and keep trying to get those shots back. Again, it's suggesting the 3-wood instead of the driver, and I'm not quite sure why. It's a little bit fast, but the wind's going to carry it back, hopefully to the middle of the fairway, because it is very strong wind. Yep. Just shy of a 300-yarder. Pretty good. I have a normal shot with a lob wedge here. See if we can get it close. Oh no, that's slow and the wind's carrying it. Please don't go in the water. Please don't go in the water. Thank you, heavy rough. We can splash up out of here and get pretty close. We should do okay. Pretty good splash shot, leaves us 6 feet for par. And drops it in. Good recovery. We're still 2 shots over. Unfortunately, we still have to work on our tempo an awful lot though. I can hit the I am capable and I can hit the occasional perfect, but the fact that it's only an occasional and not reliable. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is going to be a brutal one, lads. Now, at least I hit the tree and it's clear of the trees. That's the one thing I can say about that, is that, you know, at least we've got that going for us. But man, that was a brutal drive. I'm not going to try and sugarcoat that. There's nothing else that I can do except express my disgust at just how filthy that drive was. And filthy in a really bad way. Not like, I was like, oh, that was filthy good. No, that was very much filthy bad. Alright, we've got 11 yards here. And chip on. Get it close. It's going to roll. It's not going to roll quite close enough, but we will tap it in for another par. Three pars in a row is pretty good damage control. I just want to close out the books on this front nine and try and finish as strongly as we can. Now, pretty strong winds. We're shooting with the wind here rather than against it. If I had a 5-iron here, that would have been great. I feel like if I add a little bit of loft here just to kind of reduce the distance on this shot, the wind should carry it back into where it needs to be. As long as I can hit it straight. Narrator, he did not hit it straight. He hit it straight into that bunker. Ugh. This is a bad spot to be splashing for birdie from. And splashes it well past the pin. Oh god, we're looking at bogey here. I shouldn't have clubbed up coming out of there. Or maybe... Let's go! Actually pretty happy with that par. Definitely didn't think I was going to make that putt after the splash landed. Ninth hole, driving with the wind. All I gotta do is hit the fairway. And it doesn't look like I'm even gonna do that. Oof. This round is just starting to really just kind of get away from me very, very fast here. Just shot right up into those trees and right into the sand. Again, a lot of work to be done on my tempo. I'm quite aware of that. Like, incredibly self-aware of that. It's a decent pitch shot. Could have perhaps clubbed up one more. Not much lie here. Feel like that's going to get close. If not in, it's going in. Very good. Very good. It's another birdie. We'll close out the front nine. 1 over. Thanks to that awful triple bogey. Alright, a nice par 5 to start the back nine here. It's a little fast, it's too fast. I am worried about I'm constantly worried about the water hazards in this course. Because it's Florida and it's all like kind of lakeland. You know, it's constantly one of those things that should be in the back of your mind at all times. It's a little bit fast. The wind's going to carry it. It's going to carry it off and over the green. Unfortunately for us. It's still being a decent, still in a decent chipping distance actually. Chipped it a little bit fast and also not powerful enough. But hey, 6 feet for birdie. Birdies are fine. And we are back at even ball again. We're back at even ball again. Okay. Wind is starting. Wind looks like it's starting to kind of ease off just marginally, but they're still looking at a very bad situation here, where a fast will pull us into that. A fast will pull us into the water there, and that's far too slow. On the other hand, that is far too slow. Try and flop it up with the sand wave here. That was far too fast, on the other hand. Definitely need to work on my flop shots a lot more. Problem is I don't get an opportunity to use them an awful lot. Kind of a little bit of a double break here for 25 feet for par. I think that's going to go close. That's going in! Let's go! Love when I get those unexpected putts there. Oh, we're going to get a replay of that too. That was about 25 feet? Yeah, 25 feet. That's a pretty good long putt. I got this really nasally sort of problem going on today, so I might have to take a break between recording rounds 1 and 2 here. Oh goodness. The water... There's a long stretch of water we got to get over here. We are shooting with the wind, so I do have to be wary of that bunker at the back there. I have to be more wary about hitting it freaking straight first, though. It's a promising drive, 325 yarder. It's a good start. I pitch up with a 9-iron and the wind is going to carry me. It's a little bit fast. Wind is going to carry. Wind is going to carry. It's going to carry us very, very close to the pin. Oh man, that was a great approach shot. That almost went in. That almost didn't. But we are 1 under finally. We are finally under on this course. Goodness, excuse me. I accidentally turned... I'm not used to my microphone being on the left side of me. It was on the right for so long. No, I accidentally turned into my microphone to cough there instead of away from it. So, sorry about that. Alright. Still have a pretty strongish wind here, so we're just going to aim slightly to the left of this fairway. And have the wind carry us back into the centre. Good, we're over the 300-yard mark. Has left us in a pretty good pitchable position. I'll move down to the lob. Much like we did in the last hole, we're going to move down to the lob wedge and let the wind carry us towards the pin. Oh, that's a slow shot. It didn't even make it to the green. Didn't even make it to the green. Chip shot here for birdie. That's looking like it's going to get close. Not quite close enough, but that's an easy tap for par. Look, as long as we can get close like that, and we can leave us in a position where we can keep still... keep scoring pars, you know, we'll be okay. Oh, there's a 4-iron here. And the wind should carry us. Don't go in the water. Excuse me, I said don't go in the water. I'm trying to pitch up to the other side here now. We're already committed to the bogey here. It's a good approach shot. And I'm going to drop it in for another bogey. And while it is only our second bogeyed shot, we are back to even again. So yeah, it definitely looks like water hazards are going to be like the death of our runs here. Gotta just perhaps try and play a little bit more conservatively rather than trying to attack the hole. Is probably the better approach here. You know, trying to say like, even if you overshoot it, as long as you overshoot the water, you're still going to be in a good position. That should be the approach that I take on this course. That's just going to skew way right. There's no bunker there, but we are in heavy rough. Got a long chip for birdie. Or we could just splash it. We could just splash it. Shouldn't have clubbed up. Should not have clubbed up there. He's just with a tricky 13-footer for par. Just misses the mark. I'm going to drop in for another bogey, and once again we're back to +1 territory. It is unfortunate. It is very unfortunate. It's a little bit fast. Can it clear the tree though? It's not going to clear the tree. It's going to leave us right in underneath it. I feel like we need to take driver off the deck here. I don't think we're going to get clear of the second tree line though. Oh boy. This shot is looking very dangerous. Okay, heavy rough saves the day. We still get a fairway in regulation because of the first shot. Somehow. Club up to the sand wedge coming out of here. It's going to be a little bit fast. It's going to get us... I mean, it's going to get us on the green. We're still kind of pretty close. We're 12 feet out. Not happy with that one. I thought there was going to be a little bit more roll towards the end than that. But hey, look, a par is a par. And that's okay. 2 more holes to try and get us back to even strength. A little bit slow. Drive accuracy has left a lot to be desired today. I'm going to come out of here with the hybrid actually. See where that's going to take us. It's going to leave us short of the green. It might leave us with like a good... should leave us in a good splashing distance here with the gap wedge. This one's for birdie. It's going to get us close. Please drop in. No. Nah, disappointed in that again. I thought after my practice round I'd be more equipped to do better than this. But it just hasn't really worked out for me today. Please don't hit it slow. Okay, he's hit it fast. He's hit it too fast. Oh, that's definitely going in the drink. It's just about going to get on the green there. And it's going to leave us with a long 21 foot for par. Roll, please. Roll, please. Let's go. Somehow scrambled that back for a par. I finished +2 on the day. So maybe my estimation of a -5 is probably a bit too much. If you ask me. But look, it's not out of the realm of impossibility. We're 2 over. It's only the first round yet. We can still make it. As long as we make the cut first, we're going to be pretty happy with that. If we can just keep our 100% making the cut record, we'll be doing alright. Anyways, that's going to do it for me today. That's the first round of the TaxSlayer Spring Shootout here at Pointe West Country Club, Vero Beach, Florida. Join me again tomorrow for round 2, and hopefully we'll be shooting better than this, and hopefully the wind will be slightly easier to work with. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow.